Hey guys, what is up? It is the boy back again for another video. This time we're going to talk about picking a target and what kind of attack you should use. Just about one of the biggest things that you can do is pick a target that you have no idea how to approach, and then set yourself up for failure before you even get going. So I'm going to take some examples from last war. That's a lot of green, keeping it real, and then kind of go forward for the next war too. So, if we take a look here on this base on 6, originally I thought this would be a pretty good hog base. You can see the Archer Queen. When you're looking for hog bases, you're looking for a couple things. Anti-air, or I'm sorry, the expos. They're both air ground, so they don't get that extra radius. It's not the end of the world. It's not the biggest thing. What you really want is you want a CC that you can pull. You want an Archer Queen that you can get at pretty easily, and then you want no double bomb spots. And those are 4x2 spots, and you can see there are none of them here. Fortunately, I was out with the Queen this war. She's getting implants. And the pull I ended up doing very poorly on. It ended up being bomb here, here. And so this could have been easily taken care of given a correct attack. But I just didn't plan for the bombs there. I thought, I don't know where I thought they were. Maybe like here and here, like try to get them in between. Poor planning, didn't get there, but I think hogs would be best on this base. Certainly air attacks can work, especially if you're coming in from this way. You can get to both these anti-airs pretty easily. So if you take a look at number 7, this is a base I ended up 3-starring queenless. What makes this an attack by air? Well, you can see that the two expos are both pointed towards ground only. 6 or less. All 4 of the air defenses are level 6 or less. In this case, all 6. And yeah, I mean, those are two of the main things. The other big thing is the path lines into the anti-airs are pretty easy. So if we look here, if I'm going to drop a loon here, the loon is going to path to here as target number 1, and then it's going to come here as target number 2. So what I would say is the main threat here is 2 layers deep. This one is a little bit deeper. This is 1. This is 2. And then if you start your loons up on this rightmost side, you might be able to get them to jump from here to here, but probably not likely. They're probably coming here and then to here. So this one is 4 deep, I would say. Just to be safe. Likewise, you got pretty much the same thing over on this side. So probably looking at about 4 deep here. But this one is certainly at least 3 deep. So you would like to get, theoretically, as low as possible, to allow for things to be a little bit easier. But the other thing is, not only are these, even though that these are like 4, 3 deep here, the loon pathing is really simple to pick out. You know exactly what your loons are gonna do, especially if, okay, so these come in at layer 1 together. They're going to come in on layer 2 together. Well, then this one is definitely going there for layer 3. This one's coming here for layer 3. If you drop, if as soon as your loons are coming here, you drop loons here, well, this one's going to come here, and this one's going to come here. They're both going to come here for layer 2, and then this is going to split off here for layer 3. So any of the bases that are kind of clumped together, because loons are pretty slow, especially when you don't have them raged. Anytime you can get nice clumpage, you know, that's a good thing for hogs too. But with the Expos on the ground, the lower anti-air defenses, this ended up being a pretty solid air attacks. I'll show the replay. It's really nothing special. This is the Dynamite Laloon attack with the -2 loons plus 2 wizards plus 2 archers to help with the pull. And you can see here that I'm doing 2-3. And I dropped these not at the same time because I'm hoping to get this to explode and get this to come towards the anti-air, because the main part of the Laloon attack is you really need to get the anti-air. Now I know he's got 2 loons in there from previous attacks, so this was a little bit sloppy by me, this CC clear. You know, I'm doing it with minimal troops. That was a little slow. I didn't really get the DPS behind it as much as I needed to. I think I lose pretty much most of my king, if not all of them. But it's no big deal. Most of this attack happens in the air anyway. I knew this was going to pop up there. That's why I put those loons there. We come in. We got the second hound ready to go for when the Archer Queen pops the first one. Again, you saw that was 1, 2, 3 deep. As soon as it's coming to the 3, I'm adding my next group. Got a little bit slow on this hound. It's going to pop off one of the loons, but the queen is chasing down the one loon she popped on. And it's no big deal. This was a little bit awkward trying to get those to come back. This I saved a couple loons at the end. And again, remember, like I said, this is 1 to 2, especially with that blower, to 3 to 4. So a little bit slower for me there. But ended up not being that much of a deal. Big deal. The blower caused this to be a lot closer than it should have been, but plus the king running around too. Got enough pups still left to help clean up the rest of this attack, but it's stuff like that you can kind of look for to help determine, you know, what do I come in from the air, do I come in from the ground, things that you can't really figure out, you know, where to come. If you wanted to come with hogs and stuff, then you know you could also, instead of doing a go hog, you could do a surgical hog and only do a couple at each spot. Again, this one has got both of those on the ground. These are all level 6 or under, and for the most part, these are 1 level deep. You know, you drop a loon here, he's coming here. That's first level deep. Same, you know, this one is right here. So these are probably going to come here even if you drop them here. So I would say that this is 2 levels deep. Right there. Likewise, this is going to be about 2 levels. This is going to be 2 levels deep. And this is going to be 2 levels deep. So another really great a great airbase. If you can deal with the queen with a ground attack, more power to you. It usually makes the raid a little bit more consistently successful, I would say. If you can get the CC out, you always want to get the CC out for air raids, but if you can pop out that queen too, you know, if you can throw 1 golem down, a couple ground troops, get the queen, get the anti-air tower, do some damage to some of the outer buildings, create a wedge. It's really a great way to, you know, build the air attack, but not necessary. You know, it's not necessary, especially with the queens being such a low level. Just something to think about. So if we went to the current war, and you know, I'm gonna want to spend a little bit more time dealing with some of these bases, but we're seeing a lot of max Town Hall 9s, and you know, some of the different things that you look for. Okay, so these are in the air, which could be concerning for an air raid. Looks like on 5, this is 2 layers deep. So loon here, and then loon here. So these bottom ones being symmetrical, these are 2 layers deep, which is nice. The top ones are a little bit harder to get to. If you're coming on this base, you're probably just gonna want to come, you know, from the bottom in general, and hopefully sweep across the base. But this is going to be a tough one just because. And like I said, I got to take a look at this. I'm sure there's a little bit more of a weakness that you can find, but you know, something like this with this here, because it's symmetrical, leads me to believe that this is not a double bomb spot. But I would bet bottom dollar that this is a double bomb and this is a double bomb. So if you could somehow, you know, work your way around that, you could do something about it. I bet you there's probably a hidden Tesla here, here, maybe here, here. So, you know, if you're coming from this base, just doing a safe 2-star attack, you know, bottom's probably a good way. Drop a golem, 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 so that this one comes this way. This one comes this way. You could probably pop a jump spell right here once you clear this out, because this is going to aggro on this golem, and this is going to aggro out on this golem, so you can drop a couple wizards here, 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 here. You know, these are going to come in right here, take this out, come in, take this out, and then when you drop the jump spell, everything's going to continue towards the middle. You don't even have to drop it right on the middle. Try to drop it like right on this edge, so you get both of these jumps right on these corners. So if you're going to do a Gowi, which might not be a bad idea, just for a safe 2-star here, if things are getting close, that's not a bad idea. So if we take a look at another base, one thing I noticed is there's a lot of clumping going on. These weird anti-air placements could be utilized as far as an attack goes. The thing about this though is that Air Sweeper is covering both of them. So if you came in from the ground and were able to get both of those, probably would be better. If this wasn't here, this is certainly a double bomb right here and right here. The base is pretty obvious. Unless they do something cheeky and they're like both out here, you know, maybe one here or one here. I would assume they wouldn't do something cheeky. I would assume that there's probably hidden Teslas out there, or maybe, I don't know, like Tesla here, Tesla here, Tesla here with the double bombs, and like a Tesla here or something. But this would be a really good hog candidate. You could jump into this section right here, take this out, hopefully grab this from like a wizard while that's under, you know, looking at the golem. Take this out, queen, and then you can come in from the backside with the hogs. You're gonna have to dance around these double giant bombs. So what you could do is you could do something theoretically like drop a giant right here, try to take some of the aggro, and then drop like 6 hogs, and just try to run your hogs right in here, and let your hogs sacrifice, you know, right over these. And on this side, your kill squad is going to trip that. So this is probably pretty hoggable. You know, this being kind of like a surgical hog type thing where you just try to get the hogs in there to pop these. Now again, you know, if this is a hidden Tesla, you're going to have to invest more hogs into this just to get that trip so you don't die. But that's something to think about too when you're kind of looking at bases. Is okay, it's clumped. You know, there's some really good value spots for heal spells if you're running hogs. You know, you can drop those heal spells, keep them healed for a long time. I think this is able to be attacked from the air as well, especially with this weird line here. But you'd have to figure out some way to deal with this. You know, if you did something as simple as, you know, like a Shattered Laloon, where you came in here and instead of hog kill squad, you know, you're looking to get rid of these with your queen. You can get pretty good value if you can clear out this section of the base. Look at it; it's bleeding red. if you can clear out this section of the base with your initial GOE squad, you know, you've only got 2 anti-airs to deal with. There's really no air traps around them. You can drop some loons on the backside, drop 2 hounds almost right away. You know, you could probably drop a hound here, 3 loons here to come in here, hound here, 3 loons here, and then just let it ride, and then come in with a couple more, like 2 here, 2 here, 3 here maybe. So you wouldn't even need that many loons. Say 2, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 14 loons. You can make this a 2 or this a 2 or this a 2 type thing. So some ideas on that base. But these are, you know, I'm not trying to bore anybody, but these are some of the things that I think about when I'm trying to pick a target for a base. And I'll just do one more here. 3 spot, 3 spot. This is probably Tesla. Seems like a good spot for a Tesla because these things are very symmetrical. You know, I would say Tesla here, Tesla here. Probably giant bomb here. I would say double giant bomb here. And that's the only thing that's not going to be symmetrical because they had the anti-air. That being said, you know, the last one is probably up here. Or maybe I'm off base altogether, and this is none of them. It could be. But, again, you know, some of these all of these air defenses are at least 7. Exposed, ground, air, so air attack is going to be rough, to say the least. The Wizard Tower splash damage, the archers, they're kind of spread out, which is nice, so you'll have less things attacking. You can really overload one side with loons here, especially if like you get this down with like some hogs or something early. I don't know if you'd want to do something like that, but this is 2 layers deep, which is nice. It's about 3 layers deep because it'll probably come to the mortar and then to the air defense. So I think you're going to have a tough time either way on this base. If you can somehow dance around the only possibility of a double bomb spot here, you could probably be in good shape hogging this. Again, some pretty good values for the heal spells. You know, 1 right there, 1 right here. Oh, maybe 1 right here. I mean, if Tesla's pop there. So a couple different big values there. But if you're coming in from the ground, you know, 2-star champion, coming from the top, probably not a bad idea. You should be able to get, you know, all of this, and then you can pick off a couple more buildings over here. Pick off, pick off, pick off, pick off, pick off. You can actually pick this off with a minion. If you play your cards right, you can probably run a minion right into here to kill that and that. This is oh yeah. Depending on how you were able to place it. No, maybe not. That Archer Tower covers it pretty well. But you can still get a couple of these, at least this one, with minion. So if you're struggling for the 50% on a 2-star, you know, a couple things there. So just some of the things that I look at when I'm you know, trying to think of bases. You know, do I have my heroes? Do I have what level are my troops? What level are their anti-defense? You know, the defenses. How many troops do I have to invest in the CC pull? You know, to get them. How many troops do I have to invest in the CC clear? Can I kill the queen? Is she easy? Are the expos up in the air, down? Are things clumped? Are there double bomb spots? Are there multiple double bomb spots? Because again, I mean, things like this. Well, these are the only 4x2s. So, you know, maybe I wait for somebody to scout the base. If they scout it and they see it, great. Then I know they're there. If not, then maybe I just hog the shit out of this. You know. So some things to think about when you're trying to pick out a base. You know, which way you want to come to attack. Where can you overload a side depending on like how close anti-airs are. Tenna is like the first one that begins to not be max. So gonna have a tough time this war, but just gotta put up some smart attacks, figure out the best way to come in on a base, and we should overall be fine. So hope you guys found this video informative. Hopefully, just kind of giving you guys some ideas of what I think about whether they're right or wrong. And I still have more to learn too about this game, but hopefully it was somewhat helpful. Just bouncing ideas out there. So good luck in your war planning, and I'll see you in the next video.